Hello and welcome to another episode of BZG's Talking Shit. My name is Barrett Courtney, and here are my two co-hosts, and even better friends, Henry Montiero and Ricky Valdezon.
Yeah.
We're all very tired.
Yeah.
It's been sort of a long day. It's a hot apartment that we are in.
It's hot, I'm full.
It's hot in Topeka.
It's hot.
In Topeka.
It's hot in Topeka.
I am a hot toe picker. Anyway, if you don't know what Talking Shit is all about, this is the show where the three of us gather around any sort of table. Today it's not the kitchen table. Today it's this...
Our tech guy's out.
Our tech guy is out this week, so we're doing all this stuff. In mi casa, not tu casa.
Okay.
Is that right? Is my pronunciation of the Spanish language?
It's in the
Well,
casa, not
for
tu
me,
casa.
but yeah.
Okay, so anyway, the three of us gather around, and one of us brings in a topic to talk some shit about. And today, we have a topic from our friend, Henry Montiero. Henry, what is your topic
Okay.
today?
First of all,
Henry, what's your topic?
my topic is sacred cows.
God damn it.
What do
Okay,
you
sacred
disagree
cow.
with?
Oh god, I just spit out some, that's how smooth I am. I don't even eat it too.
Listen, I didn't put up with this.
Okay,
What is your
so
topic?
sacred cows, and I didn't really understand what you meant by this.
Actually?
The sacred cow.
Okay, so sacred cows. So, what about sacred cows, and what about things that are held up on a pedestal? What about that?
Sacred cows. Sacred cows are often things that are considered above criticism. So it's like, if you talk badly about them, get prepared for their rage.
Okay.
So it's like, when you talk shit about like the Star Wars original trilogy, at least the first two movies, you're gonna get slammed online. So my topic is, which of those do you think burpee
Which of us do we think is
bullshit?
bullshit?
Like, what do you think is something that is just loved by everyone and you just don't
understand it. Yeah, it's a hard one.
Mm.
Oh, Glover. I got one. It's not like everybody loves this, but there's a huge following behind How I Met Your Mother. And what's the nerd one?
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. There's a lot of love for those shows, and I don't fucking understand it. They're not
Yeah.
funny. They're not original. I understand how people got so engaged with both of these shows when they're no better than Everybody Hates Raymond.
That's Everybody Hates Chris. You think everybody loves Raymond.
Everybody Loves Raymond. There you go.
Yeah.
That should be a new show. Everybody Hates Raymond, where we just talk shit about Everybody Loves Raymond.
And that's a full show with 100 episodes.
Exactly. So that would be my two that I can think of right now. It would be those two shows.
You, Ricardo?
I don't know, I can't really think of one exactly that I completely disagree with. Like, those would be the two that I would think about.
Yeah.
That are just fucking, like, ridiculous, and that everyone defends to a certain extent.
Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
It's time to start talking about that. There's a great sequelitis episode about that. If you want to check that out,
Go
look
to
up
Ego Raptor's page.
Ego Raptor.
It's
Type
like
it
his
in
most
your
recent thing.
keyboard. Ego Raptor, sequelitis, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. He makes a lot of good points. I don't want to make those points sound like my own original thoughts, so go check those out. But I think Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, going back,
It's important to start looking at the game objectively.
yeah,
Because people are just like, yeah, it's the best game of all time, but they never really look into it.
yeah,
It's kind of like when people say, Hamlet's the greatest play of all time, and they refuse to acknowledge its faults.
Are there any faults in Hamlet though?
Yes.
To be
Hamlet's a little
or not to
twat.
be?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah. Also, the plot is... Shakespeare didn't really know how to do plots most of the time. They just kind of jump around. And
Have
then
you
fucking-
read The Midsummer Night's Dream? Great plot. It's not like 12 Men at all.
Fucking drama kid.
Just pretend we're talking about 10 things I hate about you.
I think Shakespeare in general.
I think Doctor Who.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
No, see, Doctor Who isn't something that's held on a pedestal.
I think it is.
Really?
I really think it is. I
Well-
think every time I try to go against the show in any way because of how hard it was for me to get into it, I get complete shit.
I think definitely in our friend group there's some big Whovians
Yeah.
I used to
who
really
deny
like the
who
show.
deny anything bad about the show.
But it has so many faults.
Especially when they started it like 8 years ago, like again, like one of the first season with the 8th Doctor.
9th, Christopher Eccleston.
9th. They Fireke's girlfriend.
She was here.
Okay.
She's
I'll
been
see you
helping
later,
us out.
I
She's
will
been
see you
hanging out.
there.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
But anyway, when it first came out, all the CG stuff looks terrible, and it still sort of does. BBC is like behind on like
A lot.
CG and effects like 10 years. It
Yeah.
fucking blows my mind.
Which is funny because Walking with Dinosaurs is great.
Yeah.
Say, I don't understand what's the funding for Doctor Who? Why the fuck isn't there that much? And there's obviously not that much funding for that.
And then like the writing is usually like still pretty bad.
There's some good quality shows, especially with 11, who I treasure deeply.
I have not been watching it.
Well, there's of course like when
No wait. I've not been watching 12
12. Yeah, I don't give a shit about 12. I do
because
really
I
like
like
that
Peter
actor.
Capaldi.
Yeah, I do like Capaldi, but
Fuckity bye.
I've seen him in a lot of other things, and I really like his work, but then he can't really bring any of that other shit into this.
Yeah, because it's so kid friendly.
And
It's a family show.
it's a family show, and everything that made Peter Capaldi interesting isn't in this, so I just don't give a shit.
Yeah. I don't know. It lost me at 11. You know, when you made me watch it the first time. 11 is like halfway through 11 where I was just like, all right, I'm kind of just done with this show.
I stopped caring after they got rid of 8.
That was a great episode, though.
Yeah, but then it's like,
That was a
Next-
really emotional episode, and I actually think that's the best
yeah,
episode.
but it's like the next companion had no personality.
She's fucking cute, though. Yeah, I admit that, though. I had a huge crush on her when she started, and I was
She's
hoping...
not Asian.
So?
Damn.
It just proves my point that I don't have a fucking Asian thing. Okay, Henris? I don't. Okay? She was really cute. I had a total crush on her. And then it got a little annoying that her character development sucked ass. I was like, damn it.
And they introduced her like 5 times.
That was... Yeah, I don't know. Other things that are beyond criticism. I don't know. You guys have any thoughts?
I got one for music. Well, I
Music.
actually have 2. And my big one of the most popular guys ever in music, loved by millions of people.
I'm
Never
gonna kick your ass.
Huh?
If you say who I think you're gonna say.
Bob Dylan?
Yeah.
No, I got no. No, I understand the love for Bob Dylan,
Okay.
but the person who I have never understood why people love him so much, and he's loved so much, Bruce Springsteen.
I'm with you on that one.
Who the fuck is Bruce Springsteen?
There you go. I don't understand the hype about it.
Like, yeah, Born to Run, good album. Nebraska, fantastic.
I don't think of. If you played me like one of his biggest hits, I'd probably know who he is.
Tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. That was Attitude.
No. I don't think I've actually
Born
ever
in the
listened.
USA.
I know that one.
Yeah, that song fucking sucks.
Yeah, I don't like that song.
Fuck Born in the USA.
I think that's the only song I've ever heard
It's
of Bruce
fucking
Springsteen.
noise at this point. It just fades into the rest of whatever fucking genre. You know what I mean? Like,
So
there's
it's
nothing
basically-
special.
It's basically elevator jazz.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's something that they fucking play
Yeah,
in an elevator.
and like to me, it's like Bruce Springsteen is always like too rocky to be folk, but too bland to be rock.
Yeah.
And I like it when he goes straight folk, like Nebraska. That's a really good album.
Okay.
But I don't care about anything else he does because it just sounds like nothing to me because there's so much instrumentation. There's like 8 guitars overlaid in Born to Run.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't hear any of it because there's like 1,000 other goddamn instruments.
It's fucking generic shit you get on that movie bar shit. I don't care.
Interesting.
Just don't care.
And my other one is the Sex Pistols. Just fuck the Sex Pistols. Here's the thing.
I feel it.
I understand it. You have to understand for the time. I took a rock history class this last semester, so he put it in a lot into perspective because he also had a lot of critical things to say about the Sex Pistols. They were people. Let me start my thought over again. I got stuck. People were more interested in them because of how fucking out of the box they were. You know, it was never about the music with the Sex Pistols.
Yeah, but now it's like all you're left with since all this evolution of music, and you got like Nirvana becoming MTV stars, and like Pantera getting popular.
Yeah.
It's like they're so tame, and there's nothing to the music. Like people, when I was a kid, everyone would always talk about like, man, the Sex Pistols. They're like so punk and so dangerous. And to me, this is the funny thing. I cannot take the Sex Pistols seriously because when I was a little kid, my mom would sing Anarchy in the UK to me as a lullaby. And that's all that it is to me because it's like it's lullaby music.
I feel that, what Henry's pointing out in the Sex Pistols is kind of the way that I feel towards, like, early Guns N' Roses. Is like, everyone holds them up, again, to this whole subject of them being on this pedestal and shit, but it's crap music to me.
Welcome to the jungle!
It's just fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit. Look where what's-his-fucking-face ended up. He's a piece of shit.
Axl Rose?
Axl Rose. Yeah. He's fucking, like, scum at this point.
Like, it's nothing but, like, all that Poison, White Snake.
Yeah. If Tish's mom was watching this right now, she'd fucking stab me at the house later on.
You know what? But Poison and White Snake suck ass.
It's bullshit.
Poison is even worse.
Bullshit. That whole fucking, it's all
Bon
bullshit.
Jovi is trash. What else? Motley Crue.
Motley Crue is bullshit.
Motley Crue sucks.
Fucking
Van Halen's alright.
Van Halen doesn't even...
Van Halen's
different. Van Halen's different.
I would say for music,
because they had Eddie Van Halen.
I'm going to do a not as well-known music group.
And I love me some of these.
Because I love me some pop punk. Yeah. I love me some pop punk, and the pop punk community is this band that people need to settle the fuck down and cool their dicks off. It's the story so far.
I was hoping you'd say Real Friends, so I could just point at you.
No, people know that Real Friends isn't good. People are so blinded by this fucking hype that they can't see that this new Story So Far album sucks. Ass. It's not interesting. Like,
there's nothing to it.
At least the first Story So Far album is good. It's different for what was going on in pop punk at the time. There's more of a hip hop element into it.
Which sounds like garbage, but it worked.
But it worked. And then what you don't see, they took that out, and then they weren't interesting anymore. There was a couple fun tracks,
like Empty Space,
like Empty Space, and
that's a mosher.
And then the first track off that album, I can't remember the name of it. Like those were both really good tracks, and then the rest of it was like sort of sounded the same. They're all right. But then this new fucking album, nothing's interesting about it. There's no energy. There's no creativity. There's no inspiration. And people are It's okay. It's okay. It should still be recording. I'll get up in a little bit after my fucking rant to see if it's still.
If it doesn't record any of this.
Well, actually, I've got this little thing.
Nope. Oh,
there we go.
And it's even better sync now.
It's I can't stand. There's a friend of mine who said like this Story So Far album is fucking dope. I was like. No, it was someone else. You guys don't know her. And I was like, am I the only one who didn't think it was all that good? And then she was like, probably. It's like, how are you so fucking blind to not even look at it critically? I know, and there's people like fucking our friend Jack Moody who we love and appreciate, but it sort of frustrates me. I don't know how to fucking talk.
The Tiddler building. It fussed me.
It frustrates me even when a musician is like, I just listen to songs just to have fun. Really?
No.
Really? You listen to Pink Floyd to have fun?
Come on, wish you here. That's a club banger.
Like, even at like, okay, general population, average Joe Schmo buying his Katy Perry's and his
That music's made for having fun. You don't have to look at it
and
at all.
there is that fun stuff, and then like pop punk is sort of on the fence with that.
Yeah.
You got your Wonder Years who can do concept albums and
They're putting thoughtful material.
They're putting thoughtful material that you can actually critically think about.
Then you have 4 Year Strong, who's doing a lot of the mosh.
Yeah, you have a lot
stuff,
of
and you can just have fun to that.
Yeah, and Before You're Strong does it smartly, where you can have fun with it, but also analyzing it.
Yeah.
They're sort of on the fence as well. And then Story So Far, it's like
they want to be on the. They
they're
want to
trying to
have
change
their
their
cake and eat it.
That's the thing. Okay, so their first album, it was the first album to me was okay. It wasn't anything great, but it was them. Like that's what the fuck they were doing. That's when they knew that this is what we want to do. This is our sound. And then at some fucking point, they completely lost that shit.
Yeah, it's
It's
because
just they just threw everything they believed in whatever fucking music they were making out the window, and then now again just doing it to have fun and not giving a fuck.
yeah.
It's not.
And
It's
because
bullshit.
pop punk is in that genre where it's hard to tell what runs it. If it's the fun stuff, if it's the stuff that makes you think, it's hard. But people need to sit down and think, okay, maybe this band isn't as good as we thought.
Yeah.
And in the pop punk scene, you might be watching this and not have no fucking clue who the hell we're talking about. Because it's not as popular as people think.
It really
Like
is.
to fucking think it is.
It really is, and we get a lot of shit for listening to it.
But
everyone is like, ooh, everyone's listening.
I think this Story So Far gets a lot of love because there's no one else to really rally behind anymore. And 4 Year Strong's coming back in a new and different way, and that's great.
Wonder Year's new album that they'll probably get.
Wonder Year's new album, when they come out, we'll be able to have some deep thoughts about that. But like, I think Story So Far is really Story So Far and Real Friends are the only ones where I feel like they have a face, you know,
In it,
a cute boy face,
but
and like they have like the marketing image.
They're almost a boy band in a way.
Oh, they are a boy band.
especially
Real Friends.
Real Friends,
And Story So Far is a little more on the fence about that.
Real Friends is
the
just
one.
all just kid boys playing their little guitars and playing fast.
And going to a concert is more spoken word than anything else
Exactly.
at this point.
So I don't know. So Story So Far.
And their
fucking
lead singer
sucks.
kind of looks
I'm
like
gonna
Dan Avenue. That was intense. I actually have another one that people are going to get fucking angry at me for saying,
What?
but it's something I really need to get off your chest.
My
Off
chest.
your chest.
Get it off my chest, Henry.
I got it!
Okay, what is it?
So people are... It's one of the most popular cartoons. Like, recently, possibly ever. People love this show, and I have never gotten it. And I'm talking about Adventure Time.
Motherfucker, I knew you were gonna say that shit. How in depth are you into it? Like, how far have you gotten into that show?
I've watched a few episodes.
A few episodes. So I think it's unfair because I was talking about this with the Shimoda the other day. When you watch a few episodes randomly, it's hard to see why that show is so great. But it's one of those shows that when you watch random episodes, it doesn't seem like there's a bigger story going on. But when you start watching them fluidly, like all in a row, you're like, oh shit, stuff is sort of coming together.
But the thing is, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in the bigger story because I'm not interested in the show itself. Because it's like I watch a lot of the Cartoon Network shows. Like I really like Regular Show.
Regular Show's good.
I really like Gumball.
I was going to connect it before you keep on going. I was going to connect this whole idea of like, okay, like if you watch random episodes, it's like nothing but if you watch some like in a row.
Yeah.
There's a deeper story to it. I was gonna connect it to Steven Universe.
Steven
Where-
Universe is great.
Well, I'd be watching it like in the morning with Tasia,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, like this is a really cool show. It's a cool idea, but then we started watching them in a row, and there's just like this really like deep emotional story behind it, where it's like almost borderline like depressing. Like it's just. You have to watch it to know what I'm talking about. It's
Yeah,
I have too much shit to watch.
it's a greatly written kids show, and
Yeah.
it's great.
But it's like Adventure Time. Like I have to see it for the story to get hooked, but there's nothing else to give me like that mini hook to get into it. Like Steven Universe. Like I started watching it because I thought Steven was a really likable character.
Yeah.
I thought the three gems, like
They're cool. fucking
Garnet,
characters.
Amethyst, and Pearl, they're cool characters.
Yeah.
They're funny. They're well written. I really like the characters behind it. I love the music. I
The
love the
dad
animation.
himself is great.
Yeah. But Adventure Time, it's like, it's not funny to me. It's not. I don't get it. I don't care about the fighting or the adventures in it. The characters are pretty bland to me. Like, there's just one episode from it that I really love. It's my favorite episode, and I will defend this episode to death. It's the episode where the Ice King and Marceline
Yeah,
they
we
meet
were
up
just talking about this.
and
yeah.
they sing that song. That made me tear to hell up.
Because you learn about their past, and I don't want to
Yeah.
spoil anything in case
It's
the Shimoda,
intense.
in case the Shimoda is watching this. Because I was telling her this, you learn actually a lot about the Ice King's past, and it's really fucking depressing.
I love that episode, but it's like I don't care about Finn. I like Jake only because he's voiced by Bender,
Right.
Yeah,
and that's cool.
he's a great voice actor. It's just,
The animation is like it's surreal, but it doesn't grip me like other surreal animation shows do. Have you seen Major Lazer?
no, I've never heard of it.
It is this show for FXX. It's absolutely insane because at first it looks like a G.I. Joe parody based on Jamaica and weed jokes.
Okay.
But really, it's just this super trippy, just like episodes of music videos by this reggae electronic music project, and that show's awesome to me because it's just so weird.
Right.
So it's like Adventure Time just always seemed a little too scrubbed for me.
See, this is where I think like another place that Henry might be coming from, and I don't know if you think this way as well, but Adventure again, like you and me are watching Adventure Time with Hulu right now.
Yeah.
And I like this show. I think it's a really good show. And then
I don't think it's anything like super like
Life changing,
no, but I think it's a nice show to just have on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like going to Annie's house and just watching it, just to watch something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's one of those shows because we're all high school. We're all graduates now. Henry graduated last week. Yeah, last week. We're all degenerates. We smoked our fair share of marijuana in high school. So of course we come from that breed of kids who would just sit down and watch any fucking cartoon that was on. And Adventure Time was one of those shows that we would sit down
it's a
and get
reason
high
Adult Swim exists.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
yeah.
a channel to get high to and then get terrified when Too Many Cooks comes on.
Um,
Oh my god, what's happening?
But yeah, I think I can tell moments where Adventure Time they're just writing without really thinking about anything, and that's where they're at their greatest point, is like when they're not really thinking about it as much. And then they have their moments where they're trying really too hard to be Adventure Time.
Yeah.
With like the dialogue and trying to be adorable and shit, where it just loses its touch.
I think the quality has definitely gone down ever since that creator started Bravest Warriors on YouTube.
Right.
Hamilton Ward?
Yeah.
I like Bravest Warriors.
I like Bravest Warriors a
love that
lot.
shit.
There's we're
Mostly
waiting
because it's the best cartoon that the gorillas will ever see.
we're forever waiting for season 3 of
Definitely.
Bravest Warriors because that show is something special. You haven't checked that out.
I'm trying to think of
Check it out.
there's definitely like a lot of cartoons that I really love. Like, ain't no one here dissing Archer. Archer's amazing.
Yeah.
There's
There's certain points where Archer loses me though, but
Yeah.
I do love that show.
yeah. They're like I'm trying to think if I can. There are some points where no, put that back.
Aw.
Those are the Shimodas.
Yeah.
Which
There are some points where,
For
where
Hooligan.
Archer does dip down in quality, and that's regular with the TV show. But overall, I think Archer is definitely something special.
Rick and Morty is great.
Rick and Morty is great,
We're still waiting for
but
season 2 as always.
we're trying to focus on things that aren't as great.
Yeah.
As people say.
Safety.
You got any more? Because I'm having a lot of fun with this topic.
Yeah, we're running a little long, so we might have to wrap up.
Oh.
I know. We got 2 other things to talk
If only
about.
it wasn't for your story so far. We have a full extra hour.
But yeah, I think like as far as like Adventure Time goes, like I think like that's kind of the main point.
Okay.
Kind of that one.
Yeah.
Like,
what else is
even like
there?
Clarence, I like.
Mario
Clarence.
I like
Mario
that.
64.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because
Because I'm playing. I was trying to play through that game.
it's all nostalgia. It's the same thing with Ocarina of Time. People don't see the improvements that have been made because it's just like, oh, but this is the one that started it. But it's like, but it feels like a tech demo
Yeah.
most of the time because it's like you repeat the same
It was
levels.
the first 3D game though, so there is that.
It'll never be as great as Bubsy 3D.
Exactly. and I'm gonna wrap this up here because we are running long. Does anybody want to take a shot at Harry Potter?
I don't care for
No.
Harry Potter, but I see why people love it.
No,
Okay,
I
good,
like
'cause
Harry
if
Potter.
either one of you was gonna
No.
take a shot at Harry Potter, kick your ass.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Because Harry Potter ain't overrated. It's so good. It's a
It
fucking.
ain't my thing, but I still understand.
It's a life experience,
Just
and
tosses your
there
books.
needs to be a TV show of Harry Potter. It would be way better than the fucking movies. Which I think the movies are fucking overrated. Actually, I think the books are phenomenal. I think the movies, once it gets to
I think the Cleveland Indians are a little like.
movies 5 through 7 are super weak, and people who obviously haven't read the books who think those are the best movies.
I haven't read them, but I don't think that.
We all know the third
Because
one's
you're-
the best.
You're a good shot.
We all know the third one's the best
The third one will always be.
Obviously.
because it was made by the guy who did Children of Men.
And he also went on to do Gravity,
Right.
Yeah.
which was interesting.
There's
So that's our episode of BCG's Talking Shit. Today was sacred cows, and how some of these sacred cows sort of suck.
Yeah.
If you want more of our material, we've got more Talking Shit episodes.
if you want to send me hate mail for not liking Adventure Time, my Twitter handle is @HenrySoros.
You can follow Henry at Henry Source. You can hate me at Banana Chong on Twitter.
You can hate
and
Ricky in general.
You can hate Ricky in general, and you can hate all 3 of us in general at Bayzona Gamers on Twitter. And you can follow, update us, stalk us,
On
and
Tumblr.
find us, find out when new episodes are coming up. And we're getting into a more regular groove. We're Talking Shit episodes are coming out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Quick review episodes every Monday. Let's Plays, we're going to try to get a Let's Play up every Friday. And so that's what our new model is. Since it's the summer, we don't have school anymore, so we can have more free time to do the stuff that we want to do, like this. So yeah, thank you for joining us, and have a day full of talking shit.
And sacred.